All right, guys, welcome back to Downtown Rams. As always, I'm your host, Alexis Kraft, joined here with my co host, Jake Ellenbogen, and we are continuing with our 2022 NFL Draft Prospect interviews. And right now, we are joined with Darrell Baker, cornerback from Georgia Southern. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Excited to do this interview with you.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And to start this off, we just want to kind of go back to the beginning. What was it that got you into the game of football?
Nobody ever knows this, but I started playing sports just to get out of the house because I hated doing chores at home. So I was like, any way I could just to, find a way to stay after school, do some type of activity. I did it, whether it was being in the orchestra, playing a piano or something like that. And then football came along in seventh grade for me.
No, absolutely. I like the chores part. I mean, that's just being honest, It's like I don't blame you there. What was your if you have one, is there anyone that stands out that would be considered your favorite NFL player growing up?
Honestly, I want to say no, because when I was younger, I didn't really watch football like that. But as I started to get into it more, I like Dez Bryant a lot because he was just like a dog on the field. And I was actually playing receiver a lot more at the time. So he was somebody I tried to model my game after thinking I'm a bigger body person, just going up on top of people.
Yeah, definitely a fun player to watch for sure in Dez Bryant. And when it came time to play in college, you ended up at Georgia Southern. What was it about Georgia Southern that made you want to continue your football career there?
Get going there. I knew that had a pretty good winning tradition. So I was like, I want to be a part of a winning program. So it was like, it made sense for me to go there. And then it was only an hour away from home. So it gave my family the ability to, come to every home game possible. I don't think they missed one at all. And then when I took my visit there, everything just felt like home and everything was just natural. And then it's kind of boring there, but for me, that's good because all I wanted to do was play football. I didn't really care about any other outside things. So that was perfect for me.
Now, did you have a favorite game, from your time in college? Anything that stands out to you that be like, yep, this is my favorite game?
I would say probably my most favorite game that I played in was 2018 versus App State. That was our first time playing a ranked opponent. I think they came in at either 24 or 25 that year. And, we beat them pretty bad. So, and I also had the first pick of the game was kicked off a touchdown for us. So that's really why it is my favorite game.
Well, you played against a lot of really good competition in college. Is there any one guy or maybe a couple guys, couple receivers that you went up against that really stood out to you as being like, wow, this is tough competition. These guys are talented?
I would say Jalen Tolbert from South Alabama. I don't think I've ever seen a receiver in person just go up and get the ball consistently every play, no matter how many guys was around him. My first year transitioning into corner playing Louisiana Monroe, their whole group of receivers was pretty good, and they all give you different looks. So you had to, kind of play around with what you gave them to have a good game and everything. Corey Sutton, he was a player that surprised me. I didn't think he was as good of a route runner that he was. So I definitely give some props to him.
Yeah, those are definitely some names. And, Tolbert, of course, likely to be in this, draft and get drafted pretty high. So, I definitely hear you there. I'm a big fan of his game. So, with that being said, toughest guy that you played, in your opinion, as a cornerback, what would you say is the most important trait, or if you have a few that come to mind, important traits that are required to play your position at, a high level?
I say confidence, the ability to forget real fast because there may be a play where you get a big catch caught on you and you got to line up for that next play. So you might as well just forget about it and go and whoop the man butt in front of you the next play. So I do say confidence, ability to forget, technique for sure, because at some point in the game, if you're playing a lot of snaps, you're going to get tired, but your technique is going to be like what you worked on all week long for that game. And when you get tired and things are going rough, that's what you're going to be able to rely on. And I would say quickness too. You can get away with being more quick than fast because if you're able to, stay in front of people and get your hands on, that could take care of a lot of things early rather than later.
And, looking at yourself as a player, what would you say is your biggest strength?
My IQ of the game, because I've not only played corner, but strong safety, free safety, dime, nickel, or wherever else on the field, I can process things pretty fast. So usually I'm winning the snap before it ever even gets snapped, and I could usually tell what the receiver is about to run or what the whole field is about to run just by my pre-snap configurations.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think just watching your film, I think you're very good in zone coverage. I like your overall length, and those are two things I think are really important. Especially for the team that we cover, obviously. They have their archetypes, every team does. But what is one area you feel like you really need to improve on?
I would say I just keep improving on being that complete football player. Just not having played one position for like a number of years or whatever. I just never really been able to just train or just be in the corner. So I know I still have some room to grow and, just keep working at those little small areas for things I want to work on, and the sky's the limit for me.
Definitely. And this next question is just kind of a fun question that we ask corners that come on the show. But is there one receiver in the NFL, if you could pick one receiver to match up against in a game? It's a tough question, I know, because there's probably a few. But if you had to pick one receiver to go up against, who would it be?
DK Metcalf.
Oof. You just said it right off the bat.
Off the rip.
You knew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good one.
You've been thinking about this.
Oh, yeah. I was watching him versus Jalen Ramsey and like other corners the other day, and I was like, I can't wait for that.
I like it. It's it's funny because there's all these new ones that are coming up, when we ask different prospects who would they like to go up against, and it's no longer, for different, say like a corner who you want to pick off or whatever, people aren't saying Tom Brady anymore because Tom Brady retired, or so we think. So It's funny to hear all these different like new names now. DK Metcalf. It's cool. I definitely like it. So now I have to ask you, which quarterback do you want to pick off in the NFL?
I would say Patrick Mahomes, because like knowing he has so many weapons and he could literally throw to anybody on the field, to be able to take the ball away from him is going to be like, oh yeah, let's go get another one. Let's go make some more happen. Just keep the ball out of those playmakers' hands. I mean, that's if I don't get drafted by them or whatever. So
yeah. No, yeah, definitely would be an accomplishment, I would say, to pick off Mahomes, and he's definitely a superstar. So I could see that being a great answer. But we have to we ask every prospect that comes on the show, because during the season we cover the Rams. Have you spoken or had any contact with the Los Angeles Rams?
Yes, I talked to a couple scouts when I was in Vegas for the East-West Shrine game. Filled out some paperwork for them also.
Awesome. Well, we love to hear that. I just want to have a follow-up question here. How was your experience at the East-West Shrine game?
I loved it a lot. It was different because, the schedule was literally from sun up to sundown, with not really many breaks in between, but it was all business. It was a really good experience. Got a chance to play against some players that were really good, actually, like some I've never heard of and some that I have been watching for some time. But the whole experience for me was just fun. It was all business. So the goal was to boost my stock in any way I could, and I feel like I did that.
Awesome. Well, just to close this out here, in your own words, Who is Darrell Baker as a person and who is he as a player?
Darrell Baker as a person, the most chill, quietest, caring person that you'll meet. I'll do anything for anybody, whether I know you or not. So if you see me out here, just say, hey, I promise I'll speak back. Darrell Baker as a player, somebody who just constantly wants to dominate, but he's just going to do it quietly. I'm not somebody that's going to, get all in your face, do all the rah-rah or talking or any of that. But if you just turn on the film, it'll always show. And that's what matters to me.
I like it. And like you said, it's not the stereotypical rah-rah cornerback. You're more so, you got the quiet confidence in you. You know what your game is, and you don't feel like you have to constantly rub it in everyone's face about what it is. Exactly. No, that's cool. I like that. And, one final question for you, and this is not football related, but do you have a TV show and an album that you would recommend to both of us?
A TV show, I do. Have you guys watched Power?
I have not watched Power.
No,
I heard it's really good.
It is a great show. Every single season, every episode is great. It is more than worth it.
I need to check it out. I've heard only good things about it.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I'll have to check that out as well. Who's the main actor in it? It's I forget his name.
What's his real name?
Well, I know the girl. One of the women on the show, isn't it Taraji? Right? Am I thinking of this?
Well, the main actor was I forget his name, but I know he was originally Rhodey, the War Machine in the first Iron Man, and they recast him, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his real name, but he goes by Ghost.
Yeah, I think it's Terrence something. I can't think of it. Terrence Howard. Yeah. There we go. That's what it was.
That's a different one you're talking about. You guys.
Oh, really?
I forgot what that one was, but yeah, check out It's on Stars.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking something different. Maybe I sound like an idiot. I apologize.
No, man, you get it.
That's funny.
I was gonna try and Google it, but I didn't. I don't see anything for some reason coming up. But all right, Power. Putting that on my list. We like to ask all the prospects that come on the show because, like, I, for one, am a big film and music nerd. So I'm just like always asking people because that's how I get my recommendations. Because I trust you guys. I don't like to look online and type in like good shows to watch. I need to know firsthand. So Power, that's a good one. I've heard good things about that in the past. And what music are you listening to? Any new music?
New music right now, a lot of Kodak Black, Gunna, and Young Thug, really, I say. A little bit of NBA Youngboy here and there. Know how I'm feeling, though.
Doesn't a new Gunna album come out? I don't follow him. It's Friday, right?
It's already came out.
Oh, it already came out.
You got to check it out. It's great.
Okay. I'll listen to it. I will listen to it. I always look, I have Apple Music and I'm always like looking at like the upcoming releases. And I saw that, but I don't remember if I saw it this week or last week. I guess it was last week. So I knew there was an album coming. I need to go check it out. I haven't looked at the charts lately.
Oh yeah, it's smooth from top to bottom.
Awesome.
I've only heard of Kodak Black, so not really my genre, but I'll give it a listen for sure.
Hey, if y'all got some other type of music, send it to me. I'll listen to anything.
All right. We gotta give them something.
Got to.
So I really like 1,000 Below, their album Gone in Your Wake. It's rock. It's kind of like punk rock.
And look, I'll put it.
Yeah, it's like kind of it's not really like, I'm not into screaming as much. I know Jake is different. I'm not into screaming, so I really like that album. The only song on that album that I would say I don't like is the second track because there's like it's a lot of screaming. But other than that, it's like very melodic, if that's a word. Like
it is a word.
Okay. I figured it was as I was saying it, but I just want to double check. But yeah, that's like kind of like a punk rock. But I listen to everything as well. Like I literally listen to, I was in the gym today listening to like Lil Baby, who I love. But then on my way home from the, and then on my way home from the gym, I was listening to 1,000 Below. So I can switch it up real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try out tonight.
I mean, I'm the same way. Like I'll listen to heavy stuff. I've listened to some rap. I like Eminem. I like Kendrick. I like Joyner Lucas. I like NF. Like, so I like some rap. But for the most part, like I'm that person that can literally listen to a horror movie inspired album and then go right into listening to the Beatles. And like, that's me. But like, if I were to give you anything to listen, it's not necessarily that I think that you'll like it, but it's so different than anything you've ever listened to. Try the band Starset. They're cinematic rock. So
I'm putting these down in my notes.
It's like if you took all of like the crazy like symphonic, like the sounds when you go to a movie theater and like, those trailers, they take all of those sounds. They have like an EDM like slash like kind of sound, but then they're also like rock. Like they kind of sound like Breaking Benjamin in a way, but they're their own thing.
Right. Okay. Say less. I gotta try that type stuff that's different.
You'll have to let me know what you think.
Oh yeah, I will most definitely.
Well, we're glad that we could give you some recommendations and that you could give us some recommendations as well. We'll have to be in touch about those. You'll have to let us know what you think and vice versa. But thank you so much for coming on the show, for taking time out of your night to talk to us. We know you're really busy right now. Draft season is so busy for prospects, so it means a lot that you took the time to come on, and we wish you the best of luck going forward to the draft, and we will definitely keep in touch.
Okay. I thank you guys for the invite.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You take care, Darrell, and stay healthy.
All right. God bless.